Delta Zero here of Living Vicariously and the Living Vicariously HD channel on YouTube, and I am back with a Defining Moments unboxing. I haven't done one of these since DM5 Bret Hart, so it's nice to get one of these again. The line relaunched in mid-2014, and it will continue officially through 2015 every season pretty much. You have one for Royal Rumble, one for WrestleMania, one for SummerSlam, Hogan, Razor, Sting, others on the way. But the line kicked off again with the rebirth of Defining Moments with Ric Flair. Another long sought after figure. This is his very first Mattel figure. And what a way to debut. I mean, you can't really ask for something better than that to debut on. For comparison, this is the new DM style box. This is the old box. This is from DM5 Bret Hart. Comparison, they look pretty much the same as far as the actual design goes, although obviously there's some differences here with the leaf thing, the reed or whatever it is, and then the belt buckle. And then the back, whoops, you have more of a box view. You can actually see through the window here, but this one still keeps the general look, and it also adds an additional flair, no pun intended, to the sides, and they're all like this too. So Hogan's has like the ripped shirt look, and it actually has the cardboard material over here, and has the actual red and yellow design. The Flair on the inside has the diamondy look, the shiny silver, I don't know what you would call it, the Flair. So there you go, is Ric Flair on the back. He has the Nature Boy outfit. This, I'll get into the outfit in a minute, but you can pause that if you want to read. It just goes over basically his entire career from the Four Horsemen all the way to WrestleMania 24 when he retired against Shawn Michaels, and then they're ignoring when he came back to TNA and wrestled Hogan in Australia, probably for the best. Now, this is not based on a particular moment, even though it's called Defining Moments. This is kind of a toss-up. It's between, it looks like NWA era Ric Flair and his early WWF days when he was at the Royal Rumble, I believe. But the attire, you can see his boots, is blue and not the red and black. So it's just kind of a general, hey, this is an old style Ric Flair figure and we needed the budget to make the robe and belt. And I'm okay with that. Target put this on discount for 13 bucks. And they had free shipping. I got this figure for $13 shipped to my house. Don't send me hate mail. I'll spare you watching me tear this thing apart. Ric Flair, everybody. Take a look at this figure. Oh, this is super soft. Very high quality robe. I gotta say that to Mattel. Hats off to them. If we're gonna be a stickler for accuracy, the actual robe has like silver lining like on the sides right here, and the butterfly doesn't have the actual butterfly details, because it actually was a butterfly with some designs in there, but that's kind of nitpicking because, I mean, it is a $20-something toy that I got for $13, so I'm not too miffed, I guess, about that. Robe is very similar to the old Jakks ones, if you have them. Jakks actually made a figure with this robe on it. It's not as known as the others. It was a ringside exclusive very early on, predating Classic Superstars, I think, so there's Nate. See, they got some good details here. It's a pretty good scan. It looks very youthful. In some angles, actually, he looks kind of older in other angles. It's kind of strange. His hair is kind of the mid-length, general classic depiction of Ric Flair's hair. Looks pretty good from my perspective. Here's some more details of the actual robe. It says Nature Boy on the back. Oh, it actually pops up a little bit. So let's untie the robe, as he has many times before. Robe, the actual piece, comes right off. And then you're treated to Ric Flair, and now he goes to Ric Flair from WWF to Ric Flair from the NWA. Let's see, he's got the baby blue trunks with the two-tone black and dark blue and light blue knee pads. RF on the boots, as you'd expect. To make this truly accurate to Ric Flair, I'm going to pull these knee pads down. There you go. That will suffice. Ric Flair. He has the elite articulation, in case that wasn't obvious. So he has the chest piece that goes like this, the pivoting legs, all the articulation you need to do the figure 4. It's there. Opinion on the body, Ric Flair, he was certainly not in like awful shape or anything in his career, so, like towards the end kind of. But they were a little generous with the torso. There is a much better torso for him, the Terry Funk torso, if you know what that is, for Legends, I believe, 2. There you go. There's a good image of the gold belt, so you can see the details of the actual belt. Very, very accurate looking. I mean, for the time, it wouldn't have the WWE logo up there because the belt has had minor changes over the years. But yeah, that's a pretty good looking championship. That championship fits nobody better than the Nature Boy. So I'll sit you over there, and hopefully you haven't had a few too many drinks. Come on, Rick. So interestingly, Jakks made one in this exact same attire. Alice Classic Superstar Series 9, I believe this is from. I added the knee pads because it didn't come with knee pads, but here is Ric Flair in his baby blue with the dark blue. This predates the WrestleMania 24 blue, and has a light blue. They actually made a statue. Oh, I forgot about this. Here's an impromptu look at the Ric Flair super fake tan statue with black knee pads, and it says Nature Boy on his trunks, which is pretty nice because most of his attires had nothing like that on there. Ric Flair on the side. So there we go. There's a little bit of a take on the Ric Flair NWA light blue attire. Here you have probably the most known Ric Flair look, I would say. The all red look also came with the all red robe from Classic Superstars Series 2. RF. At the time, this figure blew everybody away just because we didn't really see anything like Classic Superstars before. Not, with the robe and all the detail and everything. So this was pretty cool to find at, I think I might have found mine at KB Toys. That's how old this thing is. It's got dust on it. So yeah, there's red Ric Flair. Here's one of the later days Classic Superstars Ric Flair figures. This is the all green and yellow one. Another early Ric Flair attire from WCW/NWA. This is Classic Superstars, I don't remember, 20 maybe? 21? One of those two, I think. Interestingly, I have a Cody Rhodes that has almost this exact same attire minus the RF. But yeah, this one was cool because it had the smaller arms for the first time. And the different boot molds, the boots they used for the Rocky figures. So it was a little different, the newer knee pads. So that's a pretty cool figure. I like that attire. And now for some different ones. We have WCW era Ric Flair. This is predating Classic Superstars. This is from the Best of WCW set. This is a very cool attire. The purple with the light purple. I love this figure a lot. The one problem with this figure is the head. Now the head looks great, the actual mold and the actual face mold. But the problem with this is that the head is freaking huge, if you haven't noticed, if you haven't picked up on that. So this will not work with any Mattels, and frankly, it didn't even work that well with Jakks. This is the only time they used this head for anything. So if this is shrunken just a little bit, it would be a perfect WCW era Ric Flair. I actually hope Mattel makes this one with the purple robe, so it can be something different that Jakks never fully did. So there's the purple Ric Flair. Best of WCW series. It was just a one-off. We have Ric Flair with his grabby hands. You can make some plane ride from hell jokes if you wish. This is Grandpa Ric Flair coming to get you. Oh, I'm gonna get you. Very nice head scan, but again, huge head. They have this. I don't know why they use this hand mold, but they have the flabbier torso they use for Regal from, I think, Ruthless 26 or something like that. Newer knee pads and just the regular boots, RF and red on the side, RF and red. So there's modern Ric Flair. I have kind of a pretty accurate Legacy of Ric Flair collection, I just realized. Now for some fun. We're going to try to put some different Jakks robes on the new Defining Moments Mattel Ric Flair. So let's see how that looks. Here is the all red robe from Classic Superstar Series 2 on the new Defining Moments Ric Flair. It looks a little baggy, but Flair's robes weren't skin tight or anything like that. So it actually works pretty well compared to a lot of Jakks' old cloth items. It says Ric Flair on the back. It's got the embellishments all down there, yellow and silver. Looks pretty good, I think. So the only bad thing is the boots kind of show, and Ric Flair typically wore red or black with this attire. So there you go. There is Classic Superstars Ric Flair, his robe rather, with modern Ric Flair, Mattel. And here is the Emerald Green Classic Superstar Series, I believe 9, Ric Flair robe on the modern Defining Moments Ric Flair. This robe is basically an exact replica of the red one, only done in green, for the most, at least from what I can see. So it's got the same kind of embellishments. It's got the Ric Flair on the back, not Nature Boy. Robe design, yellow. So it's same kind of general thing. Fits pretty much the same too. So there you go. Looks pretty nice. And you know what? You can even pull it down a little bit and kind of cover the boots up. So there you go. You might as well say, hey, it's a Mattel Ric Flair, and they made this in Elite Series 37. I don't know. This is the blue Ric Flair, the very specialized robe. They never did another robe quite like this. This is not the retirement Ric Flair from WrestleMania 24. They did a deluxe figure of that with that robe. I don't have that one, unfortunately. But this is another Classic Superstars one. I believe, you know what? I was wrong. This is from Classic Superstars 9. The green one was from 19 or 20 or something like that. So I apologize for that. But yeah, here you go. This is the all blue. And it goes perfect with his attire because this is the exact same attire that the Jakks figure that came with this robe came in. The light blue one I showed you earlier. It says Nature Boy in the back. It has a totally different cut. It's not like the other red or green robe. Really, really beautiful, actually, how they made this for like $12, I think it was at the time, something like that, for Classic Superstars, CS9. No designs. The actual one has like some frilly line design or something in there, but whatever, you can't complain too much. See, it's its own little piece. Looks like the Damien Sandow robe from the back. So there you go. Looks really good. I might display it with this actually because I really like the blue better than the black. Although the black robe is made a little bit better, I think. So there you go. You can display them like this, show it off. Looks pretty good, I think. Again, a little baggy, but it'll do. There's Ric Flair in all blue. Hey, that rhymed. Alright, one last look at the actual Mattel figure with the championship around his waist. He even has little details on his hands, I just realized. He has the tape on his fingers. Very nice attention to detail there from Mattel. One more time with the robe, and ha! At least it's the title he's flashing you, not something else. Mattel, get this figure if you can. It's really nice. Hopefully they make many more Ric Flairs, and he'll stand up. Elites are very finicky about standing up, but luckily they're so posable that you can just do anything with them. Except make them stand. Okay, well, I am Delta Zero living vicariously, and I leave you with a montage of Ric Flair in action, in figure form. Thank you for watching, subscribing, and liking if you choose to do so.